this is Marie, World Peas Knits, episode 68. I have lots of knitting and crochet to share with you today. Let's get started. So the first thing that I have is I have a kind of a little obsession that I got started doing. The grocery girls are doing hot granny square summer. So I started making granny squares. So what I did was I got this little like basket out and I just started making all of these little tiny granny squares. And I was using mandala ombre. And so I had a couple of balls of this, and then I had one of this mandala. And this one is in the pink and orange kind of color family. So I was using both of those types, and I was making all kinds of these little granny squares. Let me go ahead and show you one. It just looks like this. They're kind of filled in. They don't have as many holes as a standard granny square, but I just got hooked on making them. So what I did was I used a size 5mm crochet hook, and size H is what it is. And I just made lots of these little squares. And then I decided to make things with the squares. So the first thing that I made is I used this one, the mandala ombre color 205. I used 1.5 balls of this, and I crocheted a bunch of little squares, and I made a tank top. Oh my gosh, this is it. So what I did was I made 4 squares down on the tank top. I made 4 squares down on the tank top. And then I just kind of laid out like a tank top that I have that fits on, you know, the bed or whatever. And then I made it the same size as the tank top. And then I made little straps, and I used 3 granny squares and then some double crochet in between for the straps, just to make it the right length. Instead of doing all granny squares, I did the gray, and the gray that I used was this Red Heart Soft Baby Steps, and it's just a gray that they have. That was like my contrast color that I used to kind of bring them all together. And I crocheted them all in strips, and I made a tank top, and it's super cute. I love it. I'll put a picture here. And that's my tank top. So that was so much fun to make, and I couldn't stop making the granny squares. So I made more things with the granny squares. Just looking down at my notes, I made, oh yes, I made this crochet boho crossbody bag. So what I did for this is I put 4 of the squares together, and I made a bigger granny square. So I crocheted 4 granny squares together. Then I did an edging with the gray. And then I made this crossbody boho bag. And I love how it turned out. It's super cute. I used that mandala again for it, and then the gray as the contrast color. And I love how it turned out. And then I used little granny squares for the strap. So it's so cute. And I went ahead and lined it with some fabric. So it just turned out so cute. I have a tutorial on how to make a boho crossbody bag, and I'll go ahead and put it up, link it up top, so that you can see how to put one together, how to construct one. But it's really easy, and you can follow the video along with how to make one. You would just put this type of granny square in place of the ones I was using in the tutorial. You can use any kind of granny square in the tutorial and make the same bag. So I love how it turned out. So cute, adorable. So the next thing I made, so I was like still making granny squares, not done with it yet. The next thing I made was this crochet boho phone charm. So what you do is you just put lots of granny squares together. And then I used 1/2-inch swivel hooks and I connected one to the other. And then if you go on Amazon, you can get this little like lanyard kit. And then it has inside the lanyard kit, I'll just open this one up and show you. It has a little hanger so that you can hang these off of your phone. So this is what the hanger looks like. And this just slips in the back of your phone case, and then it goes through the little hole on your phone case, because all the phone cases have holes like there to charge. And then it lays down so you can still charge. It's fine. But you just use this piece, and then you can attach this to your phone, you know, and you can wear it around like this if you want, or you could just have it. What I love to do is have it hanging out of my bag or my purse or my backpack, and I can see instantly. I have my phone. I can grab the phone charm and just hold it by that. I can put this in my pocket. I can, you know, it's so easy. I know exactly where my phone is all the time because it has that big phone charm on it. But there's what it looks like when it's in there. This one's a white one. Anyway, I love these little phone charms. So I made one of those by putting a bunch of granny squares together. The next thing that I made is a pair of socks. And I used this Opal Wilder Winter. And this is what the yarn looks like. So it's DK weight. It's not sock weight yarn, so it's a thicker yarn. And it just makes thicker socks. So these would be for boots in the winter time, or like slipper socks around the house. And the size needle that I used was size 3, 3.25 millimeter. And I used double point needles, and I cast on 56 stitches. And then I did Afterthought heels, and I love them. They're so cute. They're almost like 4th of July colors, you know? So, but they're winter socks. So, all right. And these are for me. And then the next thing that I made, okay. The next thing that I have on my list is a Saturday Shrug by Jackie Rose. So she is the designer, and I love this pattern. Like, this is my second one, and I might make more because I love them so much. They're so cozy to wear, but it took me a little bit to make. I love it. I definitely will always have one on the needles. On this one, I went ahead and got Lemon Kid worsted in the kitten colorway, and then I got Lemon Kid worsted in Lavender Fields. So this is the kitten, the gray, and then the Lavender Fields is the purple. And I also used another kind of yarn that I held with the Lemon Kid worsted, and I held this, and it's called Ariel. And it is by Barocco. It's a mohair silk. So it's 65% mohair, 35% silk. And I got a purple and a gray. And I held them with the Lemon Kid worsted in the purple and the gray. And so it's a worsted and then like a mohair held with it. So it turned out really cute. You just do a really long tube. And I did a tubular bind off. I'll go ahead and put it on and show you. And so it's just like a shrug. Like, you can bring it to the movies if you get cold, or if you just get chilly at night, and just put it on. I love how it turned out. It is so cozy, and I definitely will make more of these. This is my second one, and I just love them. This one I made extra long so that I could I don't know, just be really cozy in it, you know? I'm kind of tall, so I made it extra long. Also, I added some extra stitches. I can't remember what the pattern is. A free pattern. I can't remember what their cast on was, but I have 154 that I've cast on for this one. I use size 9 needles, and I love the softness of this. It is just so nice. Oh my gosh. I don't want to take it off, but it's kind of warm, so. Okay, so the next thing that I made, let me get it out. Okay. Okay, so I made some DK weight socks, another pair, and these were for me as well. I used mustache yarn, which she does really nice self-striping yarns. And I used mustache yarn to make them. I'm going to go ahead and put them on the sock blockers so you could see them. This is what they look like. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. I love the stripes. I love that they're kind of, I don't know, they have speckles in them. I mean, aren't they beautiful? I just love how they turned out. So these are DK weight socks. They're just another thicker pair of socks for the winter, or, you know, house socks, or just DK weight socks. Just fun. I love them. All right. And for these, I think, did I write down size 3 needles, 3.25 millimeter, 56 cast on, and I did an afterthought heel, just like I did with this other set. So there you go. That's that set. Okay, and then I made my sister a pair of socks. And this one I used Homespun House, Germany, I believe. Yes, she's in Germany. She's an indie dyer. And these, I used a plump merino sock yarn. The sock set was called Slumber Party. I have the main color with me. I don't have the mini skein with me, but this is the main yarn that is in the Slumber Party set. And I love how these turned out. This is what they look like. They're so cute. Oh my gosh. I love them. I hope she's gonna love them. So this is my first time knitting a pair of socks for her. And I don't know, I just hope she'll love them in the winter maybe. I used US size 2 needles, and I used double pointed needles, and I used size 2.75 millimeter. And the Slumber Party sock set was 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. I cast on 64 stitches. I did a 2x2 rib at the top. And then I did an afterthought heel. I love the speckles on them. They're so cute. Okay, the next thing that I have is a work in progress. Oh my gosh. I have a pair of socks on the needles, and they're with sock weight yarn. This is the brand of the yarn, and it's in like green and pink and white and gray. It is so cute. And I have 2 socks on the needles. I was doing the crunkled sock pattern. This is what it looks like. And so I did the crunkled sock pattern. Right now I'm in the middle of making the afterthought heels. I have put the needles in, and I'll knit the afterthought heel. I had knit the whole foot, and then I went back in, I took the waist yarn out, and I'm working on the heels right now. And I have the other sock done at the same point. So this one I just have a little needle stuck in it, but it's at the same exact point where I'm working on this one. I have the yarn attached to it though, I think. Oh no, I don't. Yeah, so it's the same exact point where I'm just putting the heel in on this one too. So I got both of the socks done and just working on the heels. So, and I love this crunkled sock pattern. It's so cute. Like it's nice. It hugs your leg, and you know, your sock. If you have a tendency to have your socks fall down, it helps. It's like a ribbing almost. And I didn't do it on the foot at all. I just did it on the leg. So I love that crunkled sock pattern. Okay, that's everything. Thanks for joining me. Bye.